You know what time it is. No scripts, no filters, no fear. We said what we said and meant that. Off the record. Off the record. Yeah, we keep it real. No filter shit, we say what we feel. Politics, stories, truth on display. Come on. We talk that talk in our own way. Off the record. Minion the God, let's go. Foxy 2 Roxy 3, she go hard.
I swear on everything, that is exactly what he said right here in the studio.
That is the funniest thing I have heard all week.
So hard. Lizzie with the facts, she never miss. Nah. I said what I said, that's the twist. Off the record, yeah. Come and catch the vibe. Where real ones talk and the truth survive. Late night truth, we don't just speak. Nah. We pull the roots from what they keep. From pain to progress, we light the flame. No spin, no script, we call it by name. Minion bring the vision, Foxy bring the flame. Lizzie drop a cease, it'll never be the same. I said what I said, say it loud, no shame. We taking truth global, remember the name. No apologies, no disguise. Just soul and purpose in our eyes. We move with power, bold and free. Say it loud, you gon' feel this energy. This the realest show you ever saw. Off the record. We said what we said. Off the record. Yeah. Yeah. We said what we said. Off the record.
Hey. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? It is Off the Record. Y'all, why I said what I said, think she's so cool with that cigar in her mouth, taking that puff at the end of the intro. She thinks she is so cool.
Why you hating? I can't help it,
Exactly.
It is what it is.
How's everybody doing tonight? I mean, we could be better, if the election results was a little different, but we here. How y'all doing, ladies? We got, of course, me, Minion with the opinion, Minion the God. Then we have our two lovely co-hosts. I said what I said, Foxy 2, Roxy 3.
Hey, everybody. Listen, Linda.
Right.
I was very hopeful, but I'm gonna make it. Things are, things. I guess we can't have everything, so I'm okay. I'm not happy, but I'm not extra sad either, though. So, hey, everybody, welcome to the show. Welcome in, everybody.
Welcome. Let's go ahead and put the chat up on the screen. How's everybody doing this good Taco Tuesday? Foxy, how you feeling? That bad? Okay. All right. Well, yeah,
I'm
y'all see the
I'm here. Yeah, it's a little
right. Okay. Well, how's everybody else? Let's go ahead and shout everybody else in the chat. Since y'all out here, what's good? We got Ernestine Smith in the building. What's good, Ernestine? Lady T Bug, what's good? I'm gonna let I said what I said do the honors. This is why I'm taking her gig.
Just say, listen, you're doing a great job. Go ahead, finish up. You go for you started.
Stay
No, you want to be.
What's good?
since you produce the show and everything, you think you in charge of everybody. So you just go ahead and finish on up.
You know, at this point, no, I'm joking. I'm joking. Nah, I ain't gonna do your job. But what's good, Saint? I think she okay with me doing it, y'all. Y'all don't feel bad for her. All right, cross country cruise. Her was good. Thrive and glow with Joe in the building. Nice to see you. The Real Brown Family Chronicles. Was good. Was good. Scorpio Mama said I said what I said was good in the chat. Was good, Scorpio Mama. Okay, is that everybody?
So far, well, we just got somebody else come in, and y'all feel sorry for me all y'all want. I'm taking all sympathy because I ain't feeling that well tonight.
Right. J Humble Lynn, what is up? What is good? Do we have some applause? There we go. We got some applause.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for being in the chat with us. All right. So as you guys saw, I'm gonna let I said what I said. Go ahead, take it over from here because she wanted to do the show, and we were just her humble servants and obliged the queen in making sure that we could come on.
You need to stop. Oh my God. Minion is showing all the way out tonight, y'all. He's showing all the way out tonight. I don't know what's done got into him.
I see.
Yeah, but he's saying I want to do the show, right,
It's
guys?
them tacos.
Yeah, it's Taco Tuesday, but at the end of the day, he's been texting us all day when he was supposed to be on his black job and everything. And I hope they not listening, But he was at his black job. Start texting us at 7 o'clock like we got a black job. Me and Foxy, we don't go to those. We don't have to do all that no more. But since he up early there, he want to wake everybody else up early.
Yeah.
And
Like,
so, but
Yeah.
I saw that
Exactly.
yeah. Waking everybody up and all of that.
just like if I gotta suffer, everybody gotta suffer.
That part, okay. And okay, so I see somebody else is trying to get in too. Queen Lizzie trying to get in. So send her
I'm so
email.
appalled.
Send Lizzie an email, Million.
I will.
Email her the link. But guys, I wanted to come on tonight because we had the special election for Tennessee, and of course we didn't win it, and I'm not that sad. And the reason why I'm not that sad is because Tennessee is a red state. It's always been red. It's basically a red state. We had no business coming this close, as close as we gotten. The Republicans had to spend $1.5 million to win this race. Prior to Agent Orange being the president, if this would have been like any normal time, they wouldn't have had to spend any money to win their own state because it was considered what we call quote unquote red state. But tonight, I think it kind of turned purplish because we came within 4 points of winning this race. At the end of the day, I don't know why I can't think of this lady's name. She kind of, what is her name? Allie? Is that her name, Foxy? Do you remember her name? The ones that the lady that's running the race with us, with him. Let me get their names, because I guess Foxy's having a delay or what have you. I don't know. But basically, yeah, we came within 4 points of this race, and there's no way we should have came this close of winning this race. Okay. And so that's what I was saying that okay, it was Matt Van Epps versus Afton Bain. And Afton Bain is the female. She was the Democrat that came within 4 points of winning this race. And like I said, the Republicans had to spend $1.5 million to win this race. And any other time, they wouldn't have had to spend hardly any money. Maybe $100,000 at the most, maybe if they had to spend that much. So that just lets you know, um, Tennessee, to me, and in my opinion, Afton just made Tennessee purple because we came within 4 points. Trump won this state by 22 points. So to go from 22 points to a 4 point race, so that means he lost what, 18 points? And so that lets you know that, the people of Tennessee are not happy with the president and his policies and his administration. Nobody is really on board with this corruption, that his administration is doing. And so I think she did. I think she ran a great race for her to come within a 4 point margin. And so what that's going to do is that's going to put the Republicans on notice, for November of next year when we have all the House races, because just about all of the Congress is going to have to rerun for their seats. And I just wholeheartedly feel like the Democrats are really going to be in charge of the House and possibly the Senate, because the more days go on, the longer this administration go on, we already know it's going to be more corruption. Right now, Hexeth, which is the defense, well, he is the Department of Defense, but him and Agent Orange renamed it to the Department of War. They're under fire right now for blowing up these ships in Venezuela. And so he's in trouble. Cash Patel, which is the FBI director, is in trouble. And we know the ICE, Department of Homeland Security, which is ICE, Pam Bondi, we know she's in trouble also. So basically, and ultimately, um, when this administration does end, and I don't think it's going to go the whole 4 years. I just feel that way, based on the way that Agent Orange act and the things that he's doing. I'm thinking he's going to get out of office before before these 4 years. And even if he don't get out of office, they're going to have to answer some questions, because they're doing all type of unlawful things while they're in office, and everybody is feeling way emboldened to break the law, as if they're not going to have to be accountable. Oh, but in the morning is going to come for everybody. And so they better hope that he pardon them before anything happens. So that's what I have to say about it. What do you guys think about that?
Can y'all hear me?
Well,
was
I
always
think. Go ahead, Liz.
no, I was gonna let you go ahead and go because you have more to add than me.
Child,
I just was out this
why
man's
y'all
tenure
think
is
about
over.
it? Hey, Labria,
Look,
thanks for
what
coming
I
in.
feel is, I just feel Orange Man. It's a Brio. Wyoming gal. What's up? What's up, girl? Okay.
What's
What
up,
I feel about this is I
Wyoming?
don't think he's gonna make it health wise to make it to the last 3 years. The last 3 years, I don't think he's gonna make it. Um, as far as his health. So if that happens, I'm not saying wishing anything on the man, but his health, we done a lot of things in regard to his health. So he got 3 more years, and if we're seeing his health decline, and even though they're trying to hide it, his health is declining. And then you got some of the Republicans already bailing out. You got Marjorie Taylor Greene already say, "I'm out," and Mike, he's talking about he's out. So it's quite a few of them saying they were gonna bail out because see last year, the last 2 elections for Marjorie Taylor Greene in her area, nobody challenged her. This time she got 4 people going up against her. So that's why she's going ahead and said, I'm out. So, I think the Democrats going to take over the midterm this time. And it's going to be and then that's going to calm him down because now he's no longer the king that he felt he is now with the crown on his head that he think he got. And that's going to kind of nip him in the bud. That's just my opinion. Plus, like you said, they already in trouble with Venezuela. So that ain't going well. And they already blaming each other for it. He blaming Trump blaming him, and nobody actually taking taking saying they did it. And it's a lot of it is just going everything is going downhill from here. I just feel that way. It's going downhill.
Y'all, let's give it up to Wyoming girl. $5 super chat. Thank you, Wyoming. You have a great evening as well. I know because Wyoming, I believe, if my recollection serves me correctly, is a Republican. And I think there are a lot of Republicans that watch the channel. However, and I mean, today was a good day for them. They did win. And to that point that you were actually saying, I said what I said, and I'm gonna let you go ahead, Queen Lizzie, before I get my thought in. But um, to that point, could it be that just more Democrats came out? Maybe the same amount of Republicans still voted the same way, but more Democrats came out?
Well, I feel like they did have probably more Democrats, but you also have in Minion. Wyoming girl says she's an independent, not Republican.
Oh,
So
oh, oh, she said,
okay,
look, don't.
okay, so don't put that label on her. Okay.
Ah! I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So yeah, get it right,
Get it
Mr. Sir.
right. Get it
Yeah, Mr.
right.
Sir, get it right.
Uh,
I
well,
feel
that's
like
good to know too. But
I feel well watching the numbers because I kind of watch the election because y'all know I'm just I love uh politics, so I watch all of it. So what looking at the numbers, yes, more Democrats did come out, but also some Republicans voted for her also. So
mm.
you had some Republicans that flipped their vote and voted Democratic because the
And maybe
people
not because they're becoming Democrats, but just because of
well,
the.
yeah, just because you vote a different way in an election doesn't say that you're gonna, jump ship and leave your party. What it is people are
That's
tired.
just how tired people are of
Yes, people are
this
tired and
bullshit.
none of the promises made have been kept. Everything is
Right.
it's too expensive. People can't afford to live. um Even
Oh,
the free benefits, the benefits that we've enjoyed so many years, which i.e. freedom of speech, just really
right. The fundamental
the
freedoms.
fundamentals, basics are dwindling in a way because we got a deranged lunatic in the office, and so people are tired.
A orange
And
goblin.
this is not the UK. This is the United States of America, and we don't have any kings. And you've seen all the marches, that we've had already. Just from November up until now. There have been several marches because people are not agreeing with the policies and the things that this administration is doing. And I'm gonna be quiet and let Lizzie speak. Go ahead, Liz.
I'm I'm here. I'm sure you see my avatar is just over here doing the most. But yeah, honestly, this whole politic thing, I've honestly stopped even looking so much at the headlines because I'm just so sick of Donald Trump this and Donald Trump that. Today, office politics at the job was nothing but Donald Trump this and Donald Trump that. And I'm just like, ugh, can we get away from this man? I'm just getting sick of it. I'm ready for his time to be over. He's been more controversy than enough. But if you not noticed, the same people who are complaining about him are the same ones who voted him in.
Yep. And
They
they
were
are.
worried. They were worried about stimulus checks and whatever else he was offering at the time. I'm just being real. And now you come in here and you got a corrupt moron that you can't get rid of. And he's causing more havoc than we had with Biden, honestly.
Yeah, I think this is the most havoc that any administration since Reagan. Well, there was a lot of drama with a lot of the previous administrations. Like, of course, we can't forget the Clinton scandal, but um, in terms of our freedoms being at stake or at risk, I think this is by far the most corrupt administration that we've ever experienced in the history of America at this point. Uh, yeah, I
I
it's
concur.
it's just so much to even talk about because now we have the double tap issue. So we have the war crime issue. Then we have Cash Patel, who's going around taking his buddies and his girlfriend out uh
Expensive, lavish trips.
on the $60 million FBI jet
Hmm.
by taxpayers. So I mean, it's just a lot going on.
Pam Bundy did the same thing. Remember, she got her whole jet
I get
made
ready to say the same.
a $200 million
I think
jet.
that's Christy. I thought that was Christy Nome.
I was
I
like,
mean,
what
I'm
about
sorry,
Christy?
yeah, Christy Nome, my bad.
Hmm.
But you got the
Yeah,
Epstein
Kristen Noem,
files.
she riding around with her, you know.
But you got Pam Bundy that's hiding the Epstein files, which a lot of people are upset about that because the Republicans are the ones who campaigned on that, and Trump was the one who campaigned on releasing the files. And now,
He campaigned on affordability.
yeah,
Everything, like you said, is going up in price. He said that the tariffs were a tax to the other countries and
mhm.
America first. However, he has literally imposed the biggest tax on the American people again in American history.
And speaking of that, Costco is suing the Trump administration for the tariffs.
It's
I
so
heard about it.
he the corruption is just crazy.
It's unlimited, right?
My thing is like you used to revere and think of these positions that they hold of power as something that distinguished people would hold those type of positions, and I just feel like they've completely um dis devalued the that position itself. Like you know, I just it's a laughing stock. It's a joke. The administration right now is literally a joke.
And don't forget the immigration policy that he's
The
implementing.
racist immigration policy that
Hmm.
people, if you're, and what's up, all in the queue? Sorry, I didn't mean to just let that
Hey,
go by, but yeah, the racist immigration policies that he's imposing, where if you look brown, if you have an accent, if you speak a different language,
now I have a workplace situation that happened to me today. Literally, she was
Yeah,
laughing. I
they
thought it was
already
not
investigated in the
funny.
Somalia, Somalians get with.
There's this Indian lady I work with, right? And you can tell her accent is very heavy. She made a joke out of it today. It's funny that you just said that, Mimi. She made a joke out of it today. She told me, I have to keep my documents with me at all times because ICE will come and try to lock me up and throw cuffs. And she laughed. She thought it was funny. I said, you think that's funny? Like, I mean, like, is this what we're at? Is this where we're at?
yeah, this is the state of the nation.
Now,
I
Lizzie, I'm gonna
mean,
tell you what she was doing. She's trying to keep her job and keep ice off her back. Because it's so sad. Sometimes you have to laugh in order to keep from crying.
mhm,
And so, it's like, when people, feel insecure about themselves and
mhm.
they'll make the joke before you make the joke. And so
Yeah,
basically, in my opinion, she was giving everybody heads up. Hey, I am legal. I have papers. So don't send the immigration my way.
yeah.
Right. And
If
I'm
you see
keeping
them,
them on me.
hey,
So
and
there's
if you
no
see 'em,
need to even waste your time. I already
right, if you see them outside, let them know I got my paperwork and
right.
don't come in here trying to
Mhm.
give
They
me
don't need to
somebody's
come
ass.
in here. This right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dizzy. See, I think you missed that. She was trying to give y'all a hint, hint.
Probably. I was like, and she was laughing. I was like, is this fun? This isn't
Sometimes you gotta
funny.
laugh to keep from crying.
Right. This isn't funny. But yeah, it was crazy.
Well, yeah, and then the stuff with Pete Hegseth, I know it's been beaten like a dead horse today. I talked about it recently on the show about the double tap, and that is what I would consider to be pure evil. That's what you would see in a movie, the evil supervillain, making sure that everybody's dead. Uh, and they're now discussing whether or not that's a war crime and who is going to take the blame for this war crime. And obviously, they're passing the buck to. Did y'all get the name of this guy, the general that they're accusing? Anybody in the chat know it?
are you talking about the general that they threw under the bus?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
General.
Hold on a second. Let me pull him up. Let me get his name. And I also wanted to bring up Maduro. Remember, Trump saying that he blew those boats up because of drug smuggling, right? So the Honduran president, Maduro, um, is he from Honduras?
Not Honduras.
Yeah, I think it's
Where's
Honduria.
Honduras
Yeah,
at?
Honduria.
Where's
Uh,
Honduras
South America.
at?
But he got pardoned. But he was a drug dealer. That he went to jail for drugs. So you blowing this boat up because you saying that they have drugs, but then you turn around and pardon him. Well, I think he had war crimes or something like that. Let me figure out what it is that he was in jail for. Yeah, for drugs. Yeah, for coke. He was convicted for cocaine charges, but Trump pardoned him. He pardoned the Honduran president, but then he turned around and blow the boat up in Venezuela, saying that they're bringing drugs into our country. So isn't that a double standard and an oxymoron? Like, how are you going to do that? You're going to pardon one person for doing for selling
Sound
drugs, and then
mm,
you take somebody out
mm.
because you said that they bringing drugs into America, so you can't have it both ways.
Right, exactly. That's what they were talking about. The hypocrisy. How the hell are you gonna say that you willing to claim war against the is that Venezuela that they're trying to declare war against
Yeah,
for
Venezuela. Yeah, yeah,
the drug smuggling and all
yeah,
this other stuff?
yeah. It's Venezuela. Yeah, those are the two boats that they blew up was Venezuelan boats.
Actually, they blown up more than that. And I actually, once we finish looking at this live footage from what's going on right now, we can pull up some clips of some videos that discuss this in depth. All right, so let's see what they got going on here. So I guess we can go ahead and pull it up.
Well, also that Navy SEAL name was Admiral Bradley.
Okay, okay. Well, let me go ahead.
What are you trying to pull up?
Some videos about the Hegseth stuff.
Oh, okay.
Unless you have something that you wanted to pull up, you wanted to watch some clips on the election.
You know what?
I do apologize, y'all. My animators is down. I do not know what is going on. I do apologize.
Well, sometimes if you don't use it for a while, a lot of times it starts showing out. So, it have to be, you have to keep it on or what have you, for it to act right. That's what happens to mine, so what have you. But go ahead and talk about your, go ahead and pull your clip up, because what I want to look for is I want to see if she's going to have like a speech, because normally they have a speech when they lose or when they win.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we can watch some of her defeat speech. I hate to say that word.
You guys check the chat.
The administration will be trying to shift.
All right, let's listen. What you say, Lizzie?
Check the chat.
Let's get right to what America's
Can y'all hear
talking
that?
about. War crimes and whether Pete Hegseth
Yes.
committed one. The Pentagon strikes on alleged boats in the Caribbean. They are raising serious alarms from both sides of the aisle tonight. Despite a debate about whether the administration has the authority to even strike the boats, 22 of them have been sunk. More than 80 people killed in those strikes. And now the reports seem to indicate that one of those strikes left no survivors. And a follow-up strike or a double tap was ordered to kill everyone on board that craft. Both Republicans and Democrats are arguing that at best, a second strike is illegal, and at worst, it's a war crime.
If it was as if the article said, that is a violation of the law of war. When people want to surrender, you don't kill them.
If that reporting is true, it's a clear violation of the DOD's own laws of war, as well as international laws. So this rises to the level of a war crime.
Obviously, if that occurred, that would be very serious, and I agree that would be an illegal act.
If the facts are as have been alleged, that there was a second strike specifically to kill the survivors in the water, that's a stone cold war crime. It's also murder.
The White House and the Pentagon have denied a Washington Post report that claimed that Hegseth gave an order to, quote, kill everybody. And tonight, Hegseth and the White House are shifting responsibility to Admiral Mitch Bradley. He's the commander of U.S. Special Operations. Now, Hegseth says that he stands by that admiral's combat decisions, while the White House calls them lawful. Joining us in our fifth seat tonight is Margaret Donovan. She is a former Army JAG. Margaret, I want to start with you because there is this dispute about who gave the order. First of all, what do you make of the fact that tonight they seem to be pointing the finger pretty directly at this admiral and naming him both at the White House podium and Pete Hegseth in this tweet in his defense, but really saying that he's responsible for this?
Yeah, I think that that is a great indication of an administration who knows that something has gone terribly wrong here. I think that people are finally recognizing, and that's why you see we did that intro with all of these different leaders and lawmakers saying that this is a stone cold war crime. This is so basic to everybody who has served in the military and who has trained on the law of war and the law of armed conflict, that it is a war crime, that it's no surprise that the administration will be trying to shift the blame. I think that the choice to sort of pin this on Admiral Bradley is an interesting one, but not unexpected, because Secretary Hegseth is not somebody who has exactly leadership qualities, right? He's actually largely unqualified to be in that position. And so, of course, his natural instinct would likely be to say, something has gone wrong, let me find somebody to blame this on. Now, that's not to absolve Admiral Bradley of anything. If the facts really have played out the way that it is being reported, he absolutely had a duty not to follow an unlawful order if it was Secretary Hegseth's order.
Well, it looks like it was a admiral, not a general. So, what was that, Lizzie?
Oh, no. Sorry, I thought I was backstage. My bad. I apologize.
Oh.
Well, whether it's an admiral, a general, or whoever it is, why the hell are you trying to throw somebody else under the bus? What he's trying to do is he's trying to deny the fact that he gave orders, because when they blew the Venezuelan boat up, it was 2 people still alive. And he gave the order to go ahead and take those other 2 people out. And so that's the reason why they're trying to blame this admiral, because Trump is denying that Hegseth gave that order, and Hegseth is denying that he gave that order also.
Look,
but that's
they
considered
thought
a
that
war
they
crime.
were right.
But that's considered a war crime when you do that.
They thought that they were going to get away with it because they've done it so many times before. You know, it's kind of like the first time you steal something, you may start off small and then you get away with it a couple of times, and then you try to get a little bit ballsy and you try to go a little bit harder. I feel like that's what they got going on because they've been given this unchecked power. Nobody's been able to reel them in. They've had to show no accountability for their actions. So they out here having fun. This is fun to them. Oh yeah, they want to act like some real life, supervillains. Yeah, no, make sure they all dead, or mob bosses, or whatever you want to call them. Yeah, make sure they all dead.
They
Thinking that
drunk
it's a
on power,
game.
minion. They
Drunk on power.
They drunk on power, and like you said, this is fun for them. But it's not going to be fun later on down the line, because at the end of the day, Agent Orange is going to wither away. Whether he wither away and go in the dirt or go over there to Mar-a-Lago, one way or the other, he's going to be out of office in 3 years, and they're going to be the ones who's left holding the bag.
And Marjorie Taylor, MTG, saw the writings on the wall and got the hell up out of there.
And some other Republicans are getting the hell out of there. And I foresee a lot of them going to get the hell out of there because they don't want this on their backs. That nobody is going to want to have to answer these questions. No one is going to want to be associated with this. because it's going to be the most corrupted president that in the history of the United States. And I don't think you want to go down in history supporting this guy. And a lot of people are thinking about their legacy. And I don't think they want their legacies to be that that make it known in the history books that they supported this crap that he's pulling, and that they were on board with all of it. But she don't have a congratulations speech yet, so and I don't know, maybe she crying or what have you. I don't know, but so far I don't see a congratulations speech from Bang yet.
I
Well,
don't see one either. I'm looking too.
I
I
don't
don't
see
see
a
one
reason
yet.
for her to give one, to be honest. Look, they won. I would take it like, okay, it is what it is, but I'm not congratulating this bullshit because he needs to be out of office, and the more of them that's in office, the lower the chance. Like, I ain't
Yeah, but we want to
congratulating
keep up some traditions. We don't want to break everything. I mean, we don't you think enough stuff is broken?
I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, at this point, we all should be working together, and I guess you want to get as many Republicans on your side as possible.
Exactly.
So you're right.
Yeah, because that would just because Agent Orange did never hand over the he did never hand over Biden the power. Remember,
Hmm.
he never did congratulate Biden,
No, he
and
didn't.
so at the end of the day, I think it's enough stuff that's broken that we at least try to keep some type of traditions if we can. Hey, the sweetest life, thank you for coming in. So. I wouldn't want to congratulate him either, but also too,
Yeah,
we
just to show you a bigger person. I got it. I
yeah,
got you.
yeah.
And Foxy, I appreciate you putting my cash up, but I have the ability to get super chats and all that other stuff. Put y'all's cash apps uh in the chat. You guys don't have to worry about cash app and me. Cash app the co-host. Like Foxy 2, Roxy 3, Queen Lizzie. I said what I said. If y'all want to put y'all cash apps in the chat.
I said what I said is already in there. Mine is already. Lizzie, we need your info, baby. Your link to your channel and your cash app. But I feel like, like I said what I said, we done broke the system enough with him, with Orange Man, that somebody have to, like you said, be a bigger person with this because, she gave him a run for his money. They said he didn't win with a landslide. They say it like that. And I'm happy for that. Because she gave him a challenge. And sometimes a challenge means, okay, you're showing that, even though you won by me the leader, it's just the point that we're showing the United States is showing you, the people are showing you we're not happy. And I think with that showing like it is, and that's a red state, I mean big time red state. For that to happen, yeah, she showed him that it won't no landslide, bro. You won't gonna do it with a landslide. So I think enough people are tired with all these protests that's going on. They try to show him we're tired of y'all administration and we're tired of the everything that's going on. And they're tired of the ICE raids too. You know, a lot of people, I mean, they don't understand, but a lot of people are losing businesses behind these ICE raids because they're snatching up people that is legal, green cards, visas, a regular identification. They're snatching them up and they say we'll sort through them later. But in the meantime, these businesses like landscapers, builders, hospitality, all of them are losing their workers. And right now, people are losing their livelihood. I know
But
when the first raid we had here in DC, 7 restaurants shut down because they didn't have no workers. And they was, putting out there, we need workers, we need help, but the people are gone. And now a lot of them, and those that didn't get snatched, didn't come to work. So, right now, I call it upper DC, there's a lot of companies, restaurants and stores that are not opening their normal hours or staying open their normal hours because the workers not coming to work because they don't know what's going to happen. And he's talking about bringing in some more National Guards, and he only doing that so he can bring in more ICE. And I'm like, come on, the National Guards are walking around the government building, just walking around. So why you need 500 more people in here. Yeah, we
I
got 100 and some already walking around picking up trash.
He needs to have his army guarding his palace at all times. That's what he thinks that, that's what the other dictators do. So he wants to follow suit. But I mean, not only just the ICE issue, I think that there's a lot of other issues that the typical Trump supporter is concerned with, like the fact that his slogan is "Make America Great Again," and they're supposed to be operating with an America First, mindset and agenda when he's bailing out everybody else. He's like you guys just said, he pardoned some guy that's responsible for all types of other types of war crimes, like smuggling in how much kilos of cocaine I heard this man smuggled in. So, yeah, that's not putting America first, because thousands of people died from what that man did, and yeah, I think there's a lot more to add to that list. The fact that he got this $1 billion free Qatari jet, that we have to pay for to fix up to the tune of $1 billion.
Well, I found a clip of Trump saying that he's going to send ICE to Minnesota. And the only reason why he's doing that is because Tim Walz clapped back at him, because remember he called Tim Walz, which is the governor of Minnesota, he called him the R word. So Tim Walz told him to release his MRI results. And so, they're kind of going back and forth. A lot of these governors are pushing back on him, like Tim Walz, Governor Newsom, and Indiana told him that they weren't going to redistrict, give him any more seats. They're not going to do any redistricting. And so anybody that defy him, like I said, he's trying to act like he's a king. So anybody that defy him, he want to push back on them, and he want to put, to me, he's using the National Guard as a weapon to push back on the people. It's basically what he's doing, in my opinion. But let me play this little clip and let you guys hear what he's trying to do.
Developing tonight, National Guard members are expected to be deployed in Chicago tomorrow, despite protests from local officials and some residents. They're being ordered to protect federal agents and facilities during an
I think that's the wrong clip. I thought that was
has ramped
Minnesota.
up tensions in the Windy City.
Okay,
this
this ain't out.
Constitutional clash over President Trump's crackdown
Yeah, I say
on crime.
Minnesota.
We are hearing from one of the governors already impacted.
Okay.
It's clear to me that he is targeting Democratic cities, blue cities, and especially blue cities in blue states.
That is Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker speaking alongside Governor Tim Walz at a forum at the Walker Arts Center today. Uba Ali heard from both governors voicing deep concern about troops in their states. Uba?
Yeah, that's right, Frank. I mean, for the first time, we heard from Governor Tim Walz, who says the states are ready for Trump to mobilize the National Guard. But make no mistake, both governors say this is a recipe for disaster.
I'm not getting any information directly from the government or from the National Guard. They've been federalized.
In this Minnesota auditorium, 2 governors, 2 blue states, and one growing fear.
We don't know what's going to happen with National Guard, and we're hopeful that the judge will rule in our favor.
That is a recipe for disaster, not for order.
Texas National Guard troops are staged just outside of Chicago, waiting for orders.
They done brought our troops out there.
Tomorrow.
If you look at Chicago, Chicago's a great city where there's a lot of crime. And if the governor can't do the job, we'll do the job.
This is part of President Trump's promise to fight crime and protect federal immigration detention sites from protesters. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker says he's completely in the dark about the mission. No details, no plans, no idea what's coming next, and says local police haven't been briefed either.
It's deeply concerning. We don't know exactly where this is going to end.
We've seen it before in Los Angeles, Memphis, and Washington, D.C., federal forces patrolling the streets. And Governor Walz says he's preparing for the same scenario.
It would be logical for them to come here. We fall into exactly what it looks like they're trying to target, blue cities in places that he wants to make an impact, you can certainly chill voting.
Back in Chicago, a federal judge declined to issue a temporary restraining order at least until Thursday. And Pritzker is asking people to document everything.
Encouraging everybody, bring your phones, take a lot of footage because it is helping us to take them to court.
Federal agents have used tear gas and rubber bullets against activists, and that's why Governor Pritzker says he called the state police to protect the protesters. He's concerned more federal forces could bring even more chaos. Frank.
Thanks, Suba. Developing to
Child. So you're not getting permission. You're just putting these federal troops, like I said, for retaliation. Anytime any blue state
At his beck and
governor,
call, he gonna just send them out.
yeah, that's his ammunition against us. And keep in mind, all of it is a training exercise. Also, just like Governor Pritzker said, or either Waltz, I don't know which one of them just said it, but one of them just said that it's gonna deter people from voting. So really, that's the ultimate goal for November 2026 election. He's doing all these training exercises to put all of these National Guards all strategically in the blue states so that he can probably launch them again around voting time so that it can intimidate the voters and they won't go to the voting polls. So
They
now it's
about
the
to
exercise.
impose. You gonna have to have a real ID. So if y'all ain't got y'all real ID, just go ahead and go and get it, so y'all can vote. Because I'm sure that's gonna be a requirement. He gonna try to impose a whole bunch of different, stipulations.
All right. Hey, SBK, thanks for joining us tonight. But, I'm going to let you speak in just a second, Foxy. But the real ID is at the damn airport now. So the airport is charging you guys extra money. I think, $37 or something of that nature?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have a real ID, they're going to charge you because, you have to show your ID in order to board the planes. So now they're putting an extra fee on at the airports for a real ID if you don't have one in order for you to travel within the United States, which doesn't make sense to me. And I posed the question to Minion. So
$45.
it's $45. Okay, so I posed this question to Minion. So you just trying to charge me some extra money because because some people haven't complied and paid extra money to get this real ID, because in order to get this real ID, I had to get one. That's why I know about it. You have to go get a real birth certificate. So your old birth certificate won't work no more. The one that you got from the hospital or the one you've been holding on to all your life. You have to go get an updated birth certificate. And then you have to go, get your real ID, which they've written up on the fees on that as well. So the city is making money. The city and the state is making money off of you to get this real ID. And then your real ID.
They were letting you doing it for free for a while, though. I remember.
Yeah, but they're not letting you do it free now. And they put your social security number on your real ID. They ask you for your social security number at the damn DMV, in which they've never asked that before.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Well, y'all go get y'all real ID.
Yeah.
But the fees go up.
And I think, okay, first of all, the military have to do what he says do, the National Guard, because they would get in trouble. And, because if they say no, they get in trouble regardless of what they say. They want, even if the admirals or the colonels or whatever, they still have to do what he says do, even if they fight him, unless they can go to a federal judge, to help them. Otherwise, he can get them, in trouble for it. And he knows this. And all he's doing is telling everybody he bringing the National Guard to come back on the crime, when the National Guards are only doing is standing around to make sure there's no protest against, everybody protesting. So they're trying to keep, the government buildings protected. They can't do nothing on the streets. They can't do anything to the people on the street, but block them from doing any damage to the government buildings. And this is what I was trying to get people to understand. Everybody like, oh, the National Guard, they're going to come in here and they're going to grab people. They can't do anything to the people. They can only do it to the government on the federal government property. That's all they are licensed to do. They cannot touch anything else. They can't go into this, in the, as they call it, the hood or in the streets and bother anybody or arrest anybody unless they go on the government facilities. They tell you that so the ICE people can come in, give you this, give you the, let you feel like, oh, I'm protected by the National Guards. No, you're not. They're doing that to get ICE in here. And so ICE can do what they want to do and protect ICE. That's all they're doing. National Guard, like status quo said, the National Guard is protecting federal property solely. Exactly. They don't protect nothing else. And people think, oh, they're going to come in and cut back on the shooters and the stabbers. And all. No, they cannot do that. That is not
I'm glad
in
that you
their
cleared up that
oath.
misconception.
They have to only do government. Yes, it's only for government property, government facilities. They can only deal with federal property only.
Yeah,
Only
but
people.
but
They
but
cannot do anything else.
but the whole thing about it is the pretense is just to scare you. Hey, Penelope, thank you for joining us tonight. You know that, but everybody is not aware that they just guarding the federal buildings. Because really, some people, you know how some people in our neighborhoods are. When we see the cops, we get nervous because we don't know if we're gonna make it home or not.
Before you
And so
finish that thought, I said what I said. You know what I just thought about?
what?
Didn't you speak to SBK earlier?
Yeah.
I didn't hear Foxy speak to SBK.
Child, please don't get Foxy started.
You know, I have to be messy real quick.
Okay. You stop me for that. Oh, child. Well, Foxy, go ahead. You gonna speak to your internet man?
I plead the fifth.
Oh, now you want to be.
I
Now
plead
you
the
want to be.
fifth.
Oh, okay. So you
It might
just you
incriminate
hide
me.
them. Hey, you hiding them, Foxy. You hiding them. I understand, girlfriend. I understand. I got you. I got you.
No face, no case.
You know, face no case. That's
No,
right.
you can't show everything from the dark to the light.
You can't tell everything, huh? That ain't what you were saying the other time we had that show. Y'all, he got a crown in front of his name and a
Right.
crown after his name, and y'all be sure to go over there to SBK channel.
In fact, I think she interrupted you or me or
Yeah.
somebody.
Yeah.
What?
And I was like, Fox, this ain't the SBK channel.
I plead the fifth.
Listen, child, we don't put this little link in the chat, okay? And he got his recognition. But basically, though, the National Guard is not there to do anything. They're not probably, more than likely, they're not even guarding the state buildings. Guarding the state buildings for what? Tim McVeigh is in jail. Ain't nobody doing nothing to the state building, so you don't need the National Guard in your city.
Well, the National Guard
and guard the.
But they don't even protect the state building. They do the state and the
federal buildings.
government
The
buildings.
federal
That's what
buildings
protect-
is
that's
what I meant
all
to
they
say.
protect.
Yeah,
you
SBK,
know.
I'm very messy. I'm so messy. I am. I wear that hat, sir. Salute.
Yeah, that's all they protect. They care about
But
people.
but they
And
doing
the
it though.
people think-
But hold on, Fox. But they're doing it for intimidation.
That's
It's
what it
basically
is.
what it's for. It's not there to pretend like you're guarding a federal building or
Don't give a damn
nothing of
about
that
that damn
nature.
building.
No, and at the end of
And
the
who
day, hell,
died.
he had them picking up trash in DC. So they was, and then let's talk about the one that got Pow Pow. Remember, you playing so much, you don't got one of those people unalived.
Yep.
Remember, we just had one of them just got Pow Pow
And y'all
a
know
week
my
ago,
y'all know my theory. So
and the other one is in the hospital fighting for his life. Now, I'ma just say this: allegedly, a lot of people sure is coming up. A lot of people going
affiliated
to
to
the other
him?
side dealing with this dude. It's like when you get in bed with homeboy with Agent Orange, baby, you might not get to see your family. You might not get to wake up on this side of the earth, because it seemed like anytime anybody get involved with him, a lot of people just come up missing. I'm just come up on the other side they don't come up on the other side. They just go to the other side. So they got some answers to do, because in my opinion, you didn't get nobody tried to take you out when you was on a campaign trail. We don't know what happened to Charlie Kirk. Epstein is gone. Your ex-wife is gone right a day before she was supposed to, do her deposition. And
Big
now this
Free
National
gone.
Guardman is
Goof Free
gone.
is gone.
Yeah, and it seemed like anytime any type of corruption come up and you want to change the news cycle, somebody got to come up gone. I don't make that make sense.
No witnesses. You can't have witnesses. What you mean? Allegedly. You can't have no witnesses. So
Right. Like you said, no face, no case.
okay, there you go.
That part right there.
Baby.
This is, I mean, who would have ever thought that this would be us the way we're talking about our president
Right.
and chief.
And then they're trying to say,
Sound like
Pam Bondi tried to say that
allegedly
the
sound
man.
like a lot of mafia stuff going on a little bit.
Yeah, it's the damn Godfather in charge, and Pam Bondi talking about which is the Attorney General is saying that the man was radicalized in the United States. At first, they try to blame Biden for letting those 1,000 people come over here, but then
Right.
they found out that he was the one who signed their green card. He signed, he authorized them to stay in the country, right?
Trump, right.
Yeah, Agent Orange did. So now he got radicalized when he was in the United States. So now, we got to, I get so
They
tired
keep
of
moving the
constant,
goalposts.
yeah, the constant moving the goalpost and changing the narrative up. It's every day your narrative have to be changed.
Yeah. I heard Agent Orange say he gonna get rid of the income tax too.
Sometimes I
So
think he just wake up in the morning and yeah, I saw that too.
So what?
he said he getting rid of the income tax.
Yeah, he gonna try to
Oh,
get rid of income tax.
that's the stupidest idea he could have ever thought of. Cause how the heck is how are these cities gonna be ran? And how is he gonna even run the federal government if he get rid of the income tax? Because
He say the tariffs is making so much money. He got so much money he can't even spend it all from tariffs.
okay.
Hmm.
Okay, child.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I've never heard of
And he
anybody
gonna give us a $2,000 stimulus check
from the tariffs, right?
from
And
tariffs.
and from healthcare, because he said he gonna give us $2,000 and let us pay for our own healthcare. Like that's gonna make because that $2,000 is gonna cover $100,000 surgery if I have to go in the hospital and have surgery. That makes perfect sense. And at the end of the day, how the hell can you ace a MRI? This
That's the
fool,
best MRI that doctor has ever seen
this
from
fool said
anybody.
he aced a MRI.
He said he also did a cognitive test recently too. So
Yeah, and he aced that also.
and
And
he
he said
aced
the
that.
test was so difficult, the
Hmm.
news people can't even pass that test.
But he passed it, and it got the best scores that anybody's ever gotten.
Right. Hey,
Yeah.
Sunshine, Rain, and Garden. Thanks for joining us tonight. But yeah, it's just so much going on, guys. It's just so much, and people really need to pay. You guys need to pay attention of what's going on here in America, because it's gonna hit home one way or the other. I know these grocery prices is hitting home. I just read that our energy prices are gonna go up next year, when that big, beautiful abomination um go into effect. It's going to go into effect July the 1st of 2026 is when his big, beautiful bill is supposed to be implemented. And we're going to be in trouble once that bill go into effect. We think things are high now. I think things are going to skyrocket once that bill get start hitting the scene.
Listen, between the Epstein files, between these double tap war crimes issues, between the tariffs, between the ICE, between I don't. It's gonna be
the corruption in all of the heads of the departments.
in every head of the department.
Hey Vaughn, thanks for coming in.
What's up, Vaughn? Yeah. I don't even know if we're gonna even be able to really. We're gonna have to make sure that we stay diligent because it's gonna be hard to keep up.
Yeah, it's a total it show right now. And like you said, we're juggling so much. I just want to know how much can he take? How much pressure? Because we need to what America need to do is continue to apply that pressure on him. Don't let up apply that pressure on him. And let's see how much he can take. While he's trying to apply pressure on us, America need to fight back and apply some pressure on him and see how much pressure he can handle.
That part.
Since he love chaos and disorganization, and he love it when people pit when he pit people against each other, and he love the chaos and the fighting and all the disruption. And do y'all know this man this weekend made over 400 posts on social media in one day?
I heard. I was like, OMG. What?
He got some AI
that's all he
helping
did.
him out.
Not even one. Not
No,
even
he
a
got a whole lot of people.
I don't even think a teenager can post 400 times in one day.
That's why I say he got AI helping him out.
Child.
They got AI agents now that post for you and do all types of stuff. I'm telling you, AI is taking over.
Hey, Lizzie.
Speaking of AI,
Lizzie. Look, hey y'all. Lizzie is the youngest of the group. Lizzie, you text 400 times a day.
Lizzie got a job that she works more than 2 and 3 hours a day at. Because the president, they say he only work like 3 hours a day.
No, he don't. Mean he work 5 hours. He go to work at 12.
If you want to be honest with you,
he go to work at 12. He get off at 5, and he take a nap at 2.
He just sit down and do his.
No, ma'am. The reporting that came out, and that man worked probably a total of 3 hours a day, about 4 days a week, and that's the reason why his health is declining, because it's taking a toll on him.
But Joe Biden was so sleepy. Joe Biden just couldn't do nothing. He couldn't walk.
Like Donald Trump ain't been found nodding off at about every event that this man go to. He nodding off.
He was asleep at the cabinet meeting today.
So.
But Michael Cohen said, I saw Michael Cohen, which is, y'all know, that's his ex-lawyer.
He was not.
Well, hold on one sec, Fox. Michael Cohen said that a lot of times he's not asleep. A lot of times he's just bored, and if you're not praising him, he shut his eyes so that he can
envision somebody praising him.
Well, he can tune you out. Michael Cohen said he's not asleep all the time. Sometimes he just closed his eyes, because if you're not talking about him and praising him, he tunes out, and so that's why he shut his eyes a lot. That's what Michael Cohen said.
I mean, with Trump, it could be true.
Did he do that at the?
But I say he's sleeping.
Look, look, he did. I do too, because he did it at the Pope's funeral. He did it at his own
the parade.
When he was in court, he did it. The parade. He did it when. Remember when the man fell out? He was almost asleep then. When the man fell out in the Oval Office. Look, how much boring can he get to be nodding off all the time? That man sleep. I don't care what Cohen said.
So exactly. So he has to have AI agents working for him. Because, I mean, you don't have no time to be posting.
Well, I feel like he's so sleepy because
they might be giving him medicine to sleep so he can keep his mouth shut.
I feel like he's
allegedly.
I feel like he sleep because he's staying up all night posting, and he don't go to bed. He has an irregular schedule. Because he posts anywhere from 12 to 5 o'clock in the morning. So I feel like he's staying up all night posting on social media, counting his enemies, looking at TikTok and whatever other platforms he's looking at to see what people are saying about him, because he's just that petty. he's like a little petulant child. No one can say anything about him without him, taking it to heart and, without him feeling some type of way. So I feel like he's sleeping a lot during the day. And I don't think it's so much of him declining. I just think it's because he has a lack of sleep. Look at the bags that he have under his eyes. And some days that makeup don't even help him. He looks so horrible.
But that'll cause a decline in your health. Lack of sleep, that'll definitely cause it. And so they need to keep them up. Keep them up. And speaking of
Yeah.
lack, yeah, but speaking of lack of sleep, have y'all seen the Diddy pics in the new Diddy series?
Ooh, yeah, I seen Diddy. Diddy look like he pretty happy while he's in jail.
Yeah, he don't look like he done lost any weight.
He look like he fitting right at home. It look like,
He able to
unless
live his free.
unless he just trying to fake for the cameras and fake for his audience or whatever. He don't look like he that upset by being in jail, in my
No,
opinion.
I agree. I agree. And then in addition to that, where are all these pictures coming from? How is TMZ getting all these pictures?
I don't know, but do you have some to share with us?
Oh, you know I got the pictures.
Well, pull out the files, pull it
Let's,
out, bring it
let's
out.
pull out the Epstein files.
Pull out the Epstein files, baby. Let us see. Let the public see how happy Diddy is in prison.
Okay, let's see.
And I guess he have to smile to keep from crying, because he is out of his element. He don't have his servants and do boys to do everything for him. But I heard that, people was waiting on him hand and foot in prison.
Well, they also have a video that was going around, if y'all haven't seen, and a picture that was going around of him out on the yard with some man. I'll show the picture.
Roll
And
that beautiful beam footage.
yeah, they telling you AI is a mother.
So do you think the pics are real or do you think it's AI?
Well, these are real because TMZ came out with the official statement
Okay.
stating that the pictures were real, but the video that they had made from those pictures are not. So let's see here. Um,
You right about AI too, because I've been seeing a lot of stuff like they have a video out now with Jasmine Crockett um saying some stuff that just outrageous. Well, I don't know if it's outrageous or not. I'm not going to even repeat it because it's just that horrible. It's so horrible I can't even repeat it because I don't want to get sued for defamation or what have you, because we got a petty person, and you never know who he's watching or what he's watching. But yeah, they have an AI video of her talking and talking crazy talk.
oh, okay. Um,
Well, not crazy talk, but talking talk that we've never heard before, because it may not be crazy. It may not, hey.
uh-oh. Did it sound like it's something that made sense or what?
It kind of makes sense a little bit, I mean, well, let's put it like this. It's a conspiracy theory. And it could be true based on these pictures that on pictures that we seen in the past of our president. So I'm gonna just throw that out there, and that's all I'm gonna throw out there. But y'all just y'all can research it yourself and look for the AI video of Jasmine Crockett speaking about Trump.
Okay, well, let me go ahead and put these up on here.
Hmm.
So, they were showing these pictures of Diddy. These were from TMZ.
Yeah, look how happy he look. He looked like a skinny Santa Claus, but he looked happy.
Yeah. Oh, is that all? No, I have more of them, so let me see. right.
And he should be getting out pretty soon too, shouldn't he?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I actually don't know when he's getting out.
Yeah, I think he's gonna probably get out next year.
They were talking about this thing right here. Talking
What?
about that baby oil.
Yeah, it do look like baby oil back there
Oh,
though.
oh, shut up. They so
It
stupid.
is baby oil. Now, did they put that on there?
What?
See, they playing too much.
See,
They
it's like
playing.
you can
See, that's
never.
AI. You cannot tell me that they didn't plant that baby oil right there. Ain't nowhere in the world that man got no baby oil around him in jail. And that's what helped him get. And that's what helped him get there. Somebody made that up.
They are out of control.
They
See,
done
look,
cloned this picture.
and this is the picture that they were talking. They made a video of this.
Mm.
Of him grabbing all up. I was like, these people are crazy. And then TMZ
But wait a
actually,
minute, look at the shirt on that guy that's standing next to
yeah,
it.
yeah. You see how he hold them too. You see how he.
I know somebody put these pictures in the AI machine and made these pictures back up and kept TMZ's logo on there to make
Yeah,
it look real.
yeah, exactly, exactly. They had to have because
They need to stop.
this is bonkers right here. So, yeah, and then the other thing that they was talking about was Glorilla because they talking about she got a new face, so they was actually everybody was kind of talking about her.
I like her new face though. I thought it was cute.
I think she looked pretty too. I mean,
Yeah.
it's unfortunate that a lot of us feel like we got to get work done.
Well,
So that
she said that people was making fun of her nose.
I mean, but
And Thug called her ugly when he was in jail. They got a phone call with Thug talking about she was real ugly in jail.
I heard that. But I mean,
Yeah.
you
But
know,
like Thug, how can you talk about anybody, sir? Have you looked in the mirror lately? But I don't see nothing wrong with her. I don't see why she would have to do that because to me, it was nothing wrong with her at all. She was already a pretty girl, in my opinion. But a lot of times when people make fun of you, though, you think you have to, you think you have to do something, to make yourself look better. And all of them have gotten work. Megan and Lil Kim, all of them done got. A lot of them done got. Not all of them, but a lot of these women that's on TV or doing videos, doing music or what have you, that's in the public. A lot of people have gotten a lot of work. And you know who I'm gonna blame for that shit? I'm blaming Kim Kardashian. Them damn Kardashians started all of this, in my opinion.
oh yeah, definitely. And then Kylie with the lips, yeah, but definitely
The
Kim.
lips, the hips, out the whole body. Those
Yeah.
Kardashians weren't built like that when they first came on TV.
And you know what? It's so funny that you say that because they were also talking about the fact that cosmetic surgery ain't genetically passed down, and so when these men are getting with these women and procreating, they probably expecting to get a certain kind of offspring, and so when the offspring come out looking completely different, then that's one thing that you got to actually be aware of now. You got to look at the people's families and lineage and stuff before you can actually procreate with these people.
Right. And I've also heard a lot of guys complain about plastic surgery too. I've heard a lot of people, a lot of men say that they prefer natural women and not women with plastic surgery. So, and I think they know when a woman have had plastic surgery. Hell, some of them paid for it. So how can they expect a perfect baby or a baby to have the same shape that their mama wouldn't pay to pay for to get? That doesn't make sense.
When you get old enough, you're gonna look just like your mommy. That's sad.
Well, at the end of the day, though, hey, Pinky the housewife, thank you for joining us tonight. But at the end of the day, most of us are built, especially when we're younger, We already got a nice shape or what have you. We don't have to have that plastic surgery. If you just go to the gym, you can keep yourself up. You don't have to go, go under the knife. But everybody want everything instantaneously and easily. Nobody want to do the work to do anything, in my opinion. So
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I think that's also what got us in this place right now that we in with the administration. Nobody really wanted to get up and get out their goddamn houses and go vote. Or maybe they did, and maybe this is what people wanted.
well, I just think when it comes to America, enough the real pain haven't hit everybody. Wait till this healthcare. If they don't do anything by healthcare by the end of this month, and when they get ready to vote for the CR in January, and if they don't put anything in there for healthcare, which I saw that they're supposed to be having some type of um, bipartisan people trying to work on some healthcare ideas or what have you. But when people lose their health care, because our health care is going to start over January, and when people can't afford to go to the doctor, and when all of their clinics are closed down, um, not only are you going to see these black women, because you remember we had these black women in 2 instances that was sent home trying to have babies, and they wasn't paid attention to
Wow.
because of whatever reason. I'm gonna just throw it out there. I feel like it's because racism, and so it's gonna be some other people. Everybody else is gonna feel this pain, and it seemed like America don't move until things hit home. So it's a lot of things that's getting
That
ready to
haven't hit.
hit home,
Yeah.
and so you're not going to be able to, not only are we going to be running to the polls, baby, everybody going to be running to the polls whenever they get through taking this spanking. The spanking really haven't hit yet, and he keeps saying, oh, just wait till next year, everything is going to be better when the big beautiful bill go into play or whatever. But you even got senators now trying to block some of the big beautiful bill because they know the pain that's going to be hit on the American public. So when enough people start suffering, I feel like that's when America really will wake up. They're already waking it up, and they're already complaining on social media about things being taken away from them. But it's going to be more people losing more things. It's a lot of people going to be homeless, a lot of people going to be carless, a lot of people going to be in these food lines, and the food banks
Well,
are not going to be able to feed everybody.
I do feel like this though. I feel like when you're talking to Trump supporter, because I mean it's open annual enrollment right now, right? So people
Yeah.
know what the prices are going to be for next year. People know what they're going to be spending for next year, and it looks like it didn't have too much of an effect on the result for this particular election. So I think that when you're dealing with a Trump supporter, you have somebody that's willing to endure some pain um, for the bigger picture. And when I say Trump supporter, I think you guys know what I'm talking about. Somebody who has the mindset of the end goal being white
Mhm.
supremacy. You know what I'm saying? So
But even Marjorie Taylor Greene was a staunch #1 supporter, one of the first ones to go out there and chant for him. And you see, she already pulled back. And also, you got other groups that's you still have MAGA, don't get me wrong, but MAGA breaking up. MAGA is
oh
falling apart,
yeah,
baby.
these
They
Epstein
having a big
files.
fight
I
right
feel
now.
like it's the Epstein files. I don't. I think I get the healthcare part of it, but I think the Epstein files and knowing that he's you know what I'm saying, like he was affiliated and possibly involved. That is gonna be where they're gonna be like, nah, we got to draw the line there.
And they already drawn the line in the sand. They're having a big fight right now. And those what do they call gropers? With Nick Fuentes said that he getting a whole new movement together of a bunch of young white men that's joining his group, and a lot of people are leaving MAGA going over to Nick Fuentes. So, we just need to sit back and eat our popcorn and watch that big fight, play out. But yeah, MAGA is breaking up right now, and people are, they're pulling away. I'm not saying that everybody is pulling away, but this is like the first time that you've ever even seen any type of break in their movement at all.
Is Foxy saying something?
I don't know. Foxy, we can't hear you. Foxy, are you speaking? We can't hear you.
Okay, I was, yeah, MAGA is breaking apart. When you had Marjorie, the main one, there was, you know, on a poster wiping on Trump's crouch and all this stuff, and standing on the tarmac waiting for him to get off the plane, and acting a fool inside the house for him, and coming at everybody and talking about how they stupid and ignorant and all this stuff. Now all of a sudden she's like, I'm leaving now. Oh, you're leaving now. Oh, but you was all down hope, now he's calling you all kind of names. Now you ready to go. When you was out there, she got to remember when she was out there in that street calling all these people names and harassing people. Remember, she said, my life is threatened. I'm getting threats and all this stuff. But you didn't think about that young man that was in that pow pow in Florida when he was walking down the street and you were harassing him. You didn't think about all them other people trying to say that he was lying about the pow pow for all them kids and all this stuff. You were all harassing people. Remember, you was at the AOC. You were all in her little mailbox slot yelling at her and acting a fool. Now it done turned back and coming on you. Now you ready to run and hide your head in dirt. No, but don't run now. Keep your head up, keep that same energy. Come on, keep that same energy.
Or, they don't like it when the chickens come home to roost. And she's getting death threats also. And so I feel like that's one of the
You was all
major
mad at
reasons.
this?
Mhm.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Yeah, you're right. She getting them death threats. And now, remember, she was all in AOC, little mailbox slot, talking to her. Then she was saying she didn't feel safe in the elevator with her because she thinks she's going to have a B and all this kind of stuff. Now tables done turned on her. Oh, now she want to run like an ostrich and put her head in the sand.
Yeah, she was after Jasmine Crockett also. And she trolled a lot of people online and she was all in it. But my main point is if your main starch number one supporter can leave, baby, anybody can leave. And in my opinion, the court is waking up. And all of them are not gonna wake up. I watched this video the other night where this boy was talking to his parents, and he asked his parents, well, if Trump decided to take me out, would you support that? And they told him, yeah. They told him, yeah, because he would have a good reason to do it. So, that lets you know that's
Damn.
not, yeah, I know some people are just in a cult. And so when it comes to him, there's no, like Minion said, there's no reasoning with some people. Some people, no matter what he does, they're going to support him because he is who he is, and that's their guy. And nothing is going to change that. No matter how much pain he inflict on them, no matter how broke they get, how homeless they get, how much if he come in and shoot the dog,
Right. Or the cat.
or the cat, take the phone, no matter what, baby, they gonna stand by their man. Like Dolly Parton, stand by your man, baby. And so, you're gonna have those diehard supporters that's just no matter what he does, it's okay with them. And I was blown away when he said that, yeah, you can just go ahead and it's okay for him to go ahead and take you out. And they told their son that he was a socialist and that he was on the wrong side of the argument. And so whatever happens to him, he get what he get in so many words. And I just couldn't imagine my mama telling me something like that, over politics.
Yeah, well, families break up over politics, so
Yeah.
it's a big deal, and especially the Trump people are the most extreme version. So, I don't put anything. They might be the ones to go ahead and pull the trigger if Trump say.
Could he probably could convince them to pull that trigger. And that is just ludicrous. But you got some people just drunk on Trump.
Well,
Yeah, they drunk that Kool-Aid. That Kool-Aid got her drunk.
we lost this one, y'all.
Baby, they drink that orange Kool-Aid and they're not going back.
I don't know. I think that at
That's
some
why I told them
point,
they need to drink some beer. They
I think
got no flavor like that.
I think at some point the chaos becomes a little bit, like, okay, let's bring this down a few notches. I think even the hillbilliest of them all at some point can get tired of the chaos. So I'm hoping for that.
Well, like I said, it ain't enough pain inflicted yet. Sometimes, it's just like when you're a kid and you be hard-headed and your mama say, I'm gonna whoop your butt. And you just keep on cruising until you get that bruising. And once you get that bruising, then you straighten up. And I feel like that's what's gonna have to happen to a lot of people. The pain gonna have to hit them a little bit harder in order for them to wake up. But they are waking up slowly but surely, though. I have seen a lot of them on here crying and
Well, I'll say
complaining.
this. They may not even have to wake up because at this point, what Trump is doing, especially with this war that he's trying to impose on Venezuela for drug smuggling while simultaneously, pardoning a notorious drug smuggler. I think he is setting himself up for none of this stuff to go through, and then B, for all the people who are actually following behind him and actually, I mean, it's the thing that those people were actually the six people who warned the federal soldiers or whoever they were trying to warn. They were saying, look, you took an oath, do not abide by unlawful orders, and look at where we're at. Now they're throwing that admiral under the bus, and he may be going to jail not only for just war crimes but murder. They say they could charge him for murder.
Yeah, because it's a war crime. And it's serious, and they're going to investigate him.
So,
And let's not forget about that. And let's not forget about that guy that he sent over there to talk to Putin for the Ukraine war. He sent the guy over there for Putin, to talk to Putin, but the guy went over there trying to make deals,
and who was the
trying to
guy
make
that
real estate
accepted that
deals.
$60,000 cash out the brown paper bag?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
But at
So
the end of the day, it's a lot of, like I said, it's a lot of corruption going on, lots of corruption going on. And it's so much corruption going on, you don't know which way to go. You don't know. I mean, they're going to have so many investigations. They're going to spend their whole entire time just investigating him.
the next administration,
Yeah. Even
bag them up.
this administration, if we win the House next year in November, the investigations are going to start.
Round them up.
Yeah, they're going to start.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot going on. I know Hegseth, like I said, we got the drama with Hegseth. We got the drama with, I think there's something else going on with Kristi Noem, if I'm not mistaken. But, there's always something going on. And hopefully we get some wins under our belt.
Well, we got some
When's the
wins
next
under our belt.
election?
We got some wins under our belt. So that's why I'm not all the way sad. And like I said, Trump won Tennessee by 22 points. And for this lady to come in there and win this and almost and just 4 points behind,
Right.
that's huge. And it's a solid red state, Tennessee. A Democrat don't have a chance in Tennessee. That's a win within itself to break down that
You
down
right.
that far down.
You right. You right. Absolutely. Absolutely. We're gonna take that as a win.
Yeah, to come to come that close to the race and almost, win. And it was what, about 6,000 votes that she lost by. She only lost by 6,000 votes. That's huge. That is huge for Tennessee. So I feel like a lot of the South is waking up anyway. And for Indiana to revote against him, Indiana, that's where Mike Pence is from. He won Indiana this time around and last time around. But Indiana was like, no, we're not on board with that. We know you're going to be out of office in a couple of years or what have you, in 3 years. So everybody not on board with this corruption. And one thing that the House and the Senate, they relinquished their power to him. They're not doing their jobs, but baby, you can rest believe these governors, these governors are standing strong, and they're doing their jobs in all of these states. These governors are not allowing him to just walk all over them, no matter if it's a red state or a blue state. They're not allowing him to take their power. They're exercising all the power that they can exercise.
That is true. That is true. They're exercising as much as possible. And the country has really gone into a chaos. And I think once he get out of office, it's going to take the Democrats 8 years to correct this country back to normal again. We're close to normal as possible. It's going to take 8 years because they're going to, we don't know how much more destruction he's going to do to this country before they be able to get a president in here to correct all of that he has done.
But that is also
And
a thing
and a strong administration. I mean, it's a disaster. It's really a disaster right now, and it's getting worse instead of better.
It's the
And it's
constitutional
going to take
crisis.
8 years.
It's a constitutional crisis, and
It's
people don't
going
really
to take 8
realize
years
we're
for the
in it.
next president to get the United States back on track.
we just have to make sure that the next president, Democrat, is more likely
Right.
to be
You're
that
absolutely right.
we have to make sure that when they get in office that they don't try to make this be the new bar. You know what I mean? And start from here and try
Exactly.
to and keep things, you know what I'm saying? They need to actually be trying to lower prices
And it's funny that you say that, Minion, because the bar have already been moved.
hmm
Now, when you see these politicians, Chuck Schumer didn't never used to curse in office. I seen Chuck Schumer cursing on TV on YouTube the other day. I'm like, come on, Chuck. You want
Yeah.
to follow norms when it comes to giving the Senate what they want and these nominees that you helping him put in office or what have you. Some precedents you don't need to help break.
Right.
Politicians used to be frowned upon if they cursed in office, and now they're cursing in office. Even Hakeem Jeffries, I heard him cursing the other day.
Yeah, they all do it now. It's
Yeah,
like
like I said, he he's setting new precedents, and that's why I say everything ain't gonna go back to the way it was.
and the thing about it is that I remember we used to look at politicians and these congressmen and senators as people who were a little bit, I wouldn't say above us, but we held them to a higher standard. But for them to be engaging in the same activities as all of us, I mean, is this where we're at? This is like, I don't know. It's a dangerous place to be because it seems like now people are okay with podcasters being the director over the FBI and uh, yeah, and people like seeing ex Fox friends, weekend hosts, running the damn military. It's just absurd.
And a damn 22-year-old that's like the deputy of the DOD, Department of Defense. 22 years old. What does he
Right.
know about anything?
That part.
I mean, this has got to be the most incompetent, incapable. I mean,
But that was the goal, to get incompetent people,
that will
because
follow
when
behind you, right?
well, that's going to do exactly what you tell them to do, because once
Exactly.
again, when you think you're a king, then you need peasants to do everything you want them to do for you. And that was the whole goal, is to get a bunch of incompetent people so that they don't know how to do their job. Right now, the FBI people, all the agents in the FBI are just complaining about Cash Patel, because they're saying that he doesn't have a clue on how to do his job. And remember, the shooter, what shooter was that? We just had a shooter, and he said that we caught him, and we hadn't caught
Charlie
him yet.
Kirk.
Yeah, Charlie Kirk shooter. Remember how many different stories he had to give us about Charlie Kirk shooter? Because he had no clue.
Right.
He has no clue on how to be a FBI, the
To the
head of the
point where
FBI.
thousands of FBI federal agents have left.
Yeah, they left the force. Yeah, and all of these people, have left the force. And one last thing before we go, I also heard on the news that, do you guys realize over 300,000 black women have lost their jobs because if you can't
DEI.
deport us and we're not immigrants, then I guess you're gonna take us to the bottom. Is that the damn goal?
It's not
since
funny,
since you
but
can't since you can't kick us out the country, we're
right.
Americans. We were born here. We've been
They'll
here for
kick
over
you out the
400 years.
workforce.
So then you just put us at the bottom of the totem pole, because black women are the most educated women in America at this point, the most educated person in America at this point. We have more degrees than any other race and any other group. We had a lot of jobs that we were, supervisors and managers, and some of them not that many CEOs, but you even had a few black CEOs. We kept moving the goalpost and the goalpost, and the other people mad because we don't went to school and got educated. Man, you make that shit make sense.
They say get them out of here. DEI. I don't care how many degrees you got. We don't
And
do DEI.
and that's why he's always calling Jasmine Crockett and Letitia James low IQ. He always talking about their IQ and how low educated they are, because they're not afraid of him, and they're more
He's
educated than
most
him.
threatened by them too.
Yeah, a woman, period.
Right. Especially a black woman. See, white women, for the most part, I'm pretty sure are pretty respectful to him. The black women, I mean, outside of the I help women, which I love them. But yeah, Jasmine, she hit him where it hurt. She hit that target every time.
Exactly. Letitia James do too. Letitia James hitting them pockets. So
Yeah,
he mad at Letitia James.
right. So one hitting the pockets, one hitting them with them words. So,
Both of
well,
them hitting him with the law. Because Jasmine a lawyer and Letitia James is too, and that's the reason why he don't like them. He don't like that they're educated and that they're powerful, and like I said, they're not afraid of him, and they're not afraid to go after him, and that's what he don't like.
I totally agree. And
Exactly.
maybe
As my girlfriend would say, exactly.
who knows? Maybe this is the dawn of the first black president, female black president. Who knows? Um, all right, well, since we know the election results, we talked about a few other things. Do y'all have any final thoughts, or so we can close the show out?
All I got to say is we just stand strong, keep our heads up, do what we do. Everything's going to be all right. We'll make it. We strong. United States, we strong. We got to pull together. We can't be divided. Divided, we fall. We're going to have to stand strong, 10 toes, stand solid. Do what you got to do. Don't waver. Stand strong, speak out, stand your grounds, and do what we do best.
I think that's definitely the right approach because I mean, at the end of the day, Republican, Democrat, don't matter. We all can, when we go to the grocery store, we see the difference in the cost. And we see all the chaos that's taking place. It doesn't matter what party you belong to. I think that the way that he's taking care of things, the way he's making things, approaching these things is just is diabolical. It's like an evil supervillain, and we shouldn't have an evil supervillain in office. So I think that exactly what Foxy said. I just concur. We all have to stick together, regardless of the party.
Exactly. And I wholeheartedly agree with you, Foxy. But one thing I want to say, guys, don't believe the hype. Don't believe the BS. Fact check everything. Because this administration is known for lying. They never tell you the truth. Anything that you want to know. Minion's been talking about AI all night. Well, use AI for your benefit. Use AI to fact check everything. Go to Perplexity. Go to Chat GPT. Go to Google Gemini and fact check any information that you want to find out because that's who's going to give you the real numbers. Right now, they're not even giving you the real job numbers. They're not giving you the real numbers for the economy. Um, so many departments have been dissolved. Even the Department of Education, the damn weather service, you can't even get you can't even get accurate weather because that department has been dissolved. And so if you want any type of accuracy, just fact check it through AI so that you can get the real facts. They're trying to tell us right now that they had such great numbers for Black Friday, which is BS. A lot of people stayed at home. A lot of people didn't spend their money. And I feel like they're inflating those numbers to make the economy to make people feel like the economy is better than what it is. That's what he's been spewing for the last couple of weeks. He found out that affordability is what that Aston Bain was running on in Tennessee. Fox News had to remind him that people are concerned about affordability. So he just used the word affordability about 500 times within the last 2 weeks because he learned that that's what the public is concerned
Oh,
about.
well, he said today affordability is a scam, a democratic hoax.
Yeah, yeah, it's a scam and a democratic hoax. And
Yeah.
so that's why you have to fact check everything. Don't believe nothing that he say. Fact check everything that you see. It is a lot of AI out here. So don't be deceived because that's the goal. I feel like they putting all this AI out so that they can deceive you, so that you can feel better about the economy and his administration. Because once again, they said that they made $187 million um, for Black Friday. Well, you probably did make that kind of money because now you're spending more money with these new tariffs that you have out. So it's a possibility that people could have possibly bought less, but they had to pay more for what they bought. So that make the numbers look like that make the numbers look good. And that's what I'm saying. It's all to deceive you because if you feel like the economy is good, then you may go out there and spend some of your money. Hold on tight to your money as tight as you can. Only buy what you need. And like I said, fact check everything.
That's 100. I totally agree. Fact check everything. If I had my little sound bite, I play it, but you guys know what that is. So yeah, and I saw that we had a new subscriber for Foxy or whoever. I think it was for Foxy. So yeah, thank you, Linda Front Row. Uh we appreciate that. And also, guys, if you are in the chat and you haven't subscribed to Foxy 2 Roxy 3, or my channel, or I said what I said, you guys can definitely, go switch channels and go subscribe to Foxy 2 Roxy 3 or I said what I said. Either one, we definitely appreciate the support. And then also, guys, we have the Off the Record channel, OTR Live Show, or at OTR Live show. If y'all want to support that channel, we definitely appreciate it. We're trying to grow that channel as well.
Abria put all the channels in the chat, so if you want to scroll back up, or if you're watching the replay, you can just get the channel names out for the replay also.
Yes, guys. And then over here, I think that one of the things that we need to start promoting, I think that we will start promoting, is the fact that we all do need to be united. I know we all have different political views in terms of being Democratic, being Republican, being independent. But at the end of the day, this, like I said what I said, mentioned earlier, this is a constitutional crisis. And I think the state of our nation and our constitution is at stake. So I think this is as good of a time as any to decide that, you know what, we're going to go ahead and stick together on this one. And then after we get the threat neutralized, then we can go back to business as usual. But I think, yeah, for this time, we need to stick together. So,
baby, that neutralization cannot come fast enough.
And we appreciate you guys supporting us. Thank you guys. If you haven't done so, hit that like button. And if there's nothing else, are we out here? Are we out, guys?
Yeah, we're out. Have a great night, everybody, and thank you for joining us.
All right. Love you guys. Talk to you later.
Yeah, you know what time it is. No scripts, no filters, no fear. We said what we said and meant that. Off the record, yeah, we keep it real. No filters here, we say what we feel. Politics, stories, truth on display. Come on. We talk that talk in our own way. Off the record, minion the God, let's go. Foxy to Roxy, 3 she go hard.
I swear on everything, that is exactly what he said right here in the studio.
That is the funniest thing I have heard all week.
So hard. Lizzie with the facts, she never miss. Nah. I said what I said, that's the twist. Off the record, yeah, come and catch the vibe. Where real ones talk and the truth survive. Late night truth, we don't just speak. We pull the roots from what they keep. From pain to progress, we light the flame. No spin, no script, we call it by name. Minion bring the vision, Foxy bring the flame. Lizzie drop a cease, it'll never be the same. I said what I said, say it loud, no shame. We taking truth global, remember the name. No apologies, no disguise. Just soul and purpose in our eyes. We move with power, bold and free. Say it loud, you gon' feel this energy. We said what we said. Off the record. Yeah. Yeah. We said what we said. Off the record.